What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. The South has been a staple for many things in the African American community. We know about the slave trade in the antebellum South, but we also know the culture that came from there, that permeated through the rest of America through the Great Migration. A lot of the things and the sayings that I use today are from the country in the South. And the majority of African Americans still live in the South. Places like Georgia, Tennessee, Florida, Texas, Arkansas, South Carolina, North Carolina, and then of course, Mississippi. Mississippi is a very interesting place, especially Columbus, Mississippi. There was a young lady there by the name of Robin Connors. It's this beautiful lady you're seeing there in the orange jumpsuit. What did she get arrested for? Well, she got arrested for shoplifting at Dick's Sporting Goods. Now, anybody knows Dick's Sporting Goods. It's a household name in America. You can go there, buy your footballs, basketball nets, courts, shotguns. That's available at Dick's Sporting Goods. But there's a problem. Let's check out the news clip and find out what that issue is.
Columbus police officer has been arrested accused of stealing a pair of shoes while on duty. Robin Connor was arrested after officers were called to Dick's Sporting Goods about 12:30 this afternoon. She's charged with misdemeanor shoplifting. Police Chief Joseph Daughtry says Connor was wearing her uniform and was on duty when she was taken into custody. Connor was on her second stint with the department. She returned about 2 years ago. Now she's on administrative leave and this investigation is continuing.
We have a job to do. We're held to a higher standard. And the community is just starting to trust us. And to take this gut punch really hurts. That's why we fulfilled our obligation, not only to the store, but to this community.
And Connor was given an $862 surety bond in that case.
The issue is, Robin Connors, as you have found out, is a goddamn cop. The question is this: how can a cop get arrested for shoplifting? What makes it worse, she did it in police uniform. I cannot make this shit up. You're a cop. You get caught stealing in the sporting goods store. They called the police on you, wait for it, inside the goddamn police store. Your ass goes to jail. Where? In the sporting goods store. All for what? Something that's less than $1,000? Was it worth it? And I'm noticing this, and again, I'm not trying to be a brother that is sexist, not trying to be a man that's hateful towards women. But can I say this, black men? What is the problem that we keep seeing with so many of the women in our community that have these positions having problems? Like, it's every day now. If it's not in Fulton County, God bless Fulton County, it's somewhere in the South. We're seeing the mayors having problems. Now we have one in Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. Then you have Latoya Cantrell. Then there's Monique Owens in East Point. Then you got one in Texarkana, Texas, somewhere over there. Somebody's over there talking about that person over there. Then we have, Fannie Willis, obviously. Then you have Natalie Hall, who's getting her cheeks clapped while she's married by another guy and then firing the guy when he don't want to clap her cheeks anymore. Then you have situations like this, which to me, I think that this is funny. All right? How do you explain this? And this is her second stint on the police force. So what in the hell did she do the first time? And again, I really feel like here's what's happening in the black community. For the last 50 years, the women in the community have been doing, or at least the myth is, they're doing better than the men. Once you get that myth going, that the women are doing better than the men, what do you find out at that point? Well, I don't need to listen to you because you're not my boss, right? So in the 90s and 2000s, when we were getting those, people talking back to black men and the black community. Well, what we got was, well, you can't tell me anything. I don't need you, X, Y, and Z. Fine. Now what has happened is we don't need anybody. You know, like that's the attitude. It don't matter. We can do whatever we want when we just feel like doing it, and who is going to check me. And it don't matter. You know what I mean? Like you're seeing more of that attitude. This is not true for everybody, but more of that attitude. I can do what I want. Like look at the mayors that are females. I guarantee you, if you had a female mayor in the 90s or 2000s, you would have never seen them acting like Tiffany Henry in the black. It would never. No black woman has ever acted like that in the 90s or early 2000s. It just didn't happen. It's something that you just could not see. Nowadays, this is evident. Like I do whatever I feel like whenever I want. And if you don't like it, that's just really tough for you, isn't it? Like go fuck yourself, in so many words. Yeah, do what I feel like doing. And like, what is somebody supposed to do about that? That's because there has been no accountability for some of these people in the black community. And the men, I've been telling guys, you can't really tell them anything, certain folks. So now, since you can't tell them nothing, then by the time they make mistakes, it's too late because they never felt like it was going to be this serious. And then that's when they start getting, remorseful. I didn't mean to. And that's if they're ever taking accountability. That's what's going to happen to Tiffany Henry. She's going to be the kind of lady where I didn't know the errors of my ways, because she's been allowed to run unchecked for so long. Now then, when you're running along unchecked for so long, and ain't no real men there in the community, what happens is that now everybody, that attitude just don't stay in black America. Same thing with young black men. When young black men don't have that mentorship or a family structure, unfortunately, their problems don't just stay in black America. It's going to follow them wherever they go, to their jobs, to if it's an interracial relationship, it follows them wherever they go. Now we're seeing that this situation is happening with the ladies, just like the men. We're two peas in the pot. This is happening wherever we go in black America. And until we get some level of understanding, like, hey, we do got a problem, you're going to continue to do this. There's no way a police officer should ever be shoplifting. You don't have enough money to buy it. You don't think you're going to get caught, and it's just complete stupidity. It has to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. It's almost like watching a goddamn, one of these shows or whatever. Like, what would you would watch this on Netflix or something like that? Like on Netflix, I would watch this if somebody was like, police officer caught shoplifting. It's like, wow, that's so stupid. I want to watch what it is because it's dumb. It makes no goddamn sense. So let me watch that. Well, then, yeah, you'd be right, because it is stupid and it is very dumb. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with an episode of The Celebrity Joe. Appreciate you for all you do, Skirt the Bell. We're out.